Hello there friends, and today we're going to be discussing what's better, buying properties in your own name or a limited company. Now I've written 3 top reasons why to buy in your own name, limited company and the downsides as well. But this has all come about as of a tax called Section 24. Thank you the Conservatives for that one, for bringing that in, as it is an awful tax and it's forced everyone basically to start buying properties in a limited company if you're in a higher tax threshold. So some of the advantages of buying in your own name is that you get better and cheaper rates, typically 0.5% to 1% cheaper, and sometimes the arrangement fees are a little cheaper as well in your own name. It's also cheaper accountancy fees in your own name, and it's less complicated to do the actual purchases themselves, we have found, in your own name. Now, some of the advantages is the big one here. You can use your mortgage as a business expense in a limited company. Now, this is absolutely massively, obviously, as it is our biggest expense in property is our monthly mortgage. And this is the reason why so many now have been buying in a limited company. Also, if you own a company, you can transfer money quite easily over to your property company in a limited company, and it's not so easy to do in your own personal name. It's more tax efficient as well if you're looking to pass your properties down the generations to your kids, loved ones, family members in a limited company than it is in your own name, which actually is a very big benefit. Now, some of the downsides of buying property in your own name is if you earn over £50,000 a year and you want to buy them properties, you can no longer write off that mortgage as a legitimate business expense. Absolute madness to me. So if you're getting to that £50,000 threshold or you're already above it, I'm afraid you're going to have to be coming over here to limited company buying, as this is what Section 24 has basically forced us to do. It can also take you up a tax bracket. So say you're on £46,000, but you can be earning £10,000 extra by buying 1 or 2 extra properties. Then it's going to take you up into the high rate taxpayer and you're going to be paying a lot more. So even if you're just below, you still got to be going really for the limited company there. And the third reason is it's not as easy to pass your properties over to your children or loved ones in your own personal name. So some of the downsides of buying in a limited company is it's a worse rate, obviously, as we've explained, in a limited company than it is in your own name. Nothing we can get around that, but I do feel in time this will start to even out a little bit more. It's higher accountancy fees, especially if you're buying with multiple property companies. So it's just adding more costs on to the purchase of your properties through those accountancy fees. And the third one, it's more complicated financial applications. You have to give personal guarantees in buying in a limited company, and typically the cost of the solicitors are a lot higher in a limited company, as you have to get separate independent legal advice to buy these properties in a limited company, which is absolute madness. They tell you the same thing over and over again, and it's just a bit of a license to print money for the solicitors, in my opinion. But these are some of the good points and bad points of buying a limited company. To sum it up really quickly, if you're close to or you are above £50,000 a year, you've got to be coming over here to a limited company because the taxes are going to absolutely smash you. If you are a lot lower, say you're on £25,000 a year, you want to make an extra £10,000 a year in property, I would actually stick over here in your own name, as the rates are better and the arrangement fees are lower, and wait until you're sort of getting to that 50k plus marker and then switch over to here. So that's all I have for you today. I hope it has been helpful. It's quite a interesting and complex one, this one. I really hate Section 24. Hopefully one day to get rid of it, but for now it's here to stay and we have to go forward with that in mind. Please like, subscribe and comment, and we'll see you next week.